want to hold it by the hook underneath the stomach like that. I'm going to use my hook outs for this guy. Oh. This is the last time I bent the hook. Nice and easy. This is a catfish. People do eat these things, but nah, that ain't about it. Oh. Couple more casts here. Have a little bit of shrimp left. Just in case if you guys are wondering what my fish situation looks like and what I'm doing here. But I do have my tailgate. I just installed a hitch on my vehicle. I have my ice chest, drinks, phone charger, most importantly holders. I do have my little holder for this guy in case if I catch something. And whenever I go to clean stuff, I just hose it down all this section right here. Whenever I drive off, I'll just have that hooked to where it ain't going nowhere on the road. I think I might be getting another hit here. I'm just gonna let him take it. I was holding it, but just gonna let him take it, that sucker. See the rod tip kind of moving every now and then. Might be another hard head. I do have about 10 minutes left where I need to head back home. I do one more cast. I know I keep saying that, but if you do find yourself in the Rockport area, a lot of people use live shrimp or dead shrimp around this time. It is December. It's December 7th. I'm fishing on a Wednesday, 12 to 1. And I'm just using frozen dead shrimp, obviously dead. But this time of year, I mean, you don't have much hardheads or perch, but they still are here, especially out on a sunny day. I am fishing with sunglasses so I can see the depths and stuff, and you know, you could get polarized glasses from Walmart, super cheap, or check out Tackle Town if you want to go more expensive, around the $200 range. Walmart probably be around $20 to $40 range glasses in the fishing section. And you want to get the amber lens polarized. Polarized glasses aren't just polarized. You want to get the amber where you can see color depth, because if you just get dark, you just get the dark tinted ones, you're not going to necessarily see as much depth to the water as you could amber lens. But if you ever find yourself coming out here at Rockport, Texas fishing, get yourself a nice pair of shades, especially on a sunny day. Even if it's not sunny outside, still put on your glasses. I'm telling you, you can see the water depth and where you're fishing. You don't necessarily want to fish too shallow. This time of year, you want to fish deeper. Grab yourself a couple of poles, fish deep, fish shallow, see where the fish are, see where they're hitting at. But mainly you want to see that water depth. You see blue is your deeper, and you see lighter color like sand is your lighter color, and you can see the channels right now, especially if the sun's out. I can see the channel, I can see the depth. But even if it's windy outside, if it's calm, if it's cold, and you find yourself out here as a winter Texan, or you're just coming and visiting for the holidays, it's still decent fishing in Rockport all year round. You just want to watch the tide and make sure that there's water in the bay. Right now, this time of year, the tide is slowly dropping out. The water depth, you can tell it's not as high as it once was. It's definitely, the water depth, you know, you're definitely different with the water depth. This time of year, the water does spill on out. I'll hook up my charger because my phone battery seems low. Right, I'm gonna try a couple more casts here. That shrimp's just going fast, especially with the sun being out and the temperature being the way that it is right now. You have more perch out here, little baby fish that'll eat your shrimp off a lot quicker. And the more overcast and cooler the weather is, the less bait fish and trash fish will eat your bait. Even if you are in the area and you want to go fishing on a boat, you know, you want to hire somebody to take you out. My dad does guiding. Look him up. It's Rockport Fishing Bay Charters. His name is Brad Reiniger. His number is 361-774-9304. I think, at least. But I do have his information in another one of my videos. cast, get rid of this dead shrimp. Same thing if you're buying shrimp from a bait stand or you go wherever you get your shrimp from. Always save it. Put it in the freezer after you're done. Take it out and use it again, especially this time of year. I think this is my second or third time using this bag of shrimp. As soon as I'm done with it and I have more, I'll put it in the freezer. You don't necessarily want to throw shrimp that's left out in the sun. Don't leave it out in the sun, obviously. Put it in some shade. Put it in your ice. Put it on some ice. Get it out whenever you need a piece of shrimp. Hook it on, throw it out. Do have a few more shrimp left, so I'm gonna keep trying here. Actually got to head out here in the next 5-10 minutes. Like I said, especially if you're here for the weekend, get a couple of pounds of dead shrimp, put it in a freezer. If you're not, say you fish for one afternoon, keep your shrimp frozen in an ice chest. You can keep them frozen. Of course, whenever you fish with them, you want to thaw them out, like maybe a couple at a time whenever you're fishing. Don't thaw out the whole bag, because what you're doing is refreezing, re-thawing out. They get kind of mush if you do that. Keep your shrimp in a freezer, your hotel room or wherever you're staying at. Keep it on ice. Even just keep it on ice, especially if you're here just for a weekend or for a week. Keep it out of the sun. Thaw it off a little bit at a time so you're not wasting money on shrimp. But shrimp is the bait to use, man. Dead shrimp this time of year. I've yet to catch anything off of a mullet this time of year. Not out necessarily like on reefs or anything like that. I have used mullet more in the summertime, live mullet, dead mullet. And then you catch redfish off of mullet, or you can catch redfish off of shrimp, or black drum off of shrimp. I have caught a black drum off of other than shrimp, but mainly it's going to be a shrimp. A lot of people are going out there at Fulton, the pier. They're using crab or shrimp this time of year for catching big uglies, which those are just oversized drum. You catch them for the fight. You can't keep a black drum not over, I want to say 28 inches. I'm not too sure, but I know for sure a redfish you cannot keep over 28 inches. You can go to texasparksandwildlife.com and look at the sizes, or you could just buy a ruler, mark it on your fishing tackle box or whatever. I try to keep a ruler out here with me, but I try to keep it marked out on my little stuff, my fishing equipment here. But the sun and the water will just take that away on a marker. It's always good to keep like a tape measure on you, or you could put it on your pole. A lot of people will buy a sticker. You can sell it they sell it at Walmart, and it's a sticker that goes on the back side of your pole, and it's a measuring stick. And you do have to have your fishing license. You can buy that at almost any convenience store. I mean, they'll have a sticker outside of there. You can purchase your fishing license online. You can download the fishing app, Texas Parks and Wildlife app. You can purchase that there. Say you're going in the morning, you don't feel like going and getting a fishing license and waiting in Walmart. Walmart doesn't, they have weirder hours, especially after COVID, but you can purchase them online. You could purchase them at Walmart, 110% sure you can do that. They go for around $35 for your fresh fish water license. I just do salt. I don't do much freshwater fishing, especially living out here. I mean, it's all salt water license. It'll be cheaper. You can buy a super combo if you're down here for hunting, fishing, all that stuff. It runs you $65. They'll ask you that. But if you want to save your money and just buy the fishing license, $35. And that's annually, or you could buy a day pass, and that's $10 for your fishing license. All they ask for is your driver's license, and you gotta stand there and wait for a little bit. They'll run your license and they'll put it through the system, and then Texas Parks and Wildlife will know that you were fishing. And I guess the reason why you even buy a license in the first place is to support local fisheries, and it's illegal to fish without one here in Texas. I know that you have to have your license to be legal. You can't just go and throw a pole, because you will have game wardens come every now and then, and they'll check you, make sure that you have your license, and you'll get a fine. They'll either write you a warning if you're lucky, or they will pop you. And I think it could be somewhere around $500 to $1,000 for fishing without a license. If you know how much it is, you could go on the website, or even post it in the comments how much a ticket is for fishing without a license here in South Texas in general. I know it's state by state. Anyways, I don't think I'm getting anything after that hardhead hit. Kind of one of those things. I've fished around this area and have caught really big, nice fish. It's just a waiting game. It's also time. They'll either be hitting early in the morning, or even in the middle of the night. You just don't know. You can download another fishing app, and it'll tell you the feeding periods and when the best time to go during a feeding period. And how they even know that is based off of the moon. Everything feeds off of the moon. Deer, fish, I think even birds, but you'll notice it's all on their feeding schedule and what's out and about, if they're there moving through. I do have a little hit right now. He's kind of thumping it a little bit off this baitcaster. I just got this baitcaster at a garage sale for $40 with the rod and reel, Ended up breaking the rod like the first time I fished with it, and I just switched it to a rod that I bought at Walmart. But even if you're in the area and you want to fit a cheaper fishing rod, go to our Walmart, man. They have a whole fishing section. Or if you want to spend more money, I don't mean to be like that, but if you are looking for something nicer quality, go to Tackle Town, look them up. This is a Walmart setup right here. You can buy this rod and reel, especially that caster right there. This is a bait caster. That's a spinning. You can buy line from Walmart. You can buy poles. You can buy everything, and it is a little bit more cheaper. You get a little bit more bang for your buck at Walmart. That's all I go and fish from. I get all my hooks there. But I do from time to time, if I'm going shark fishing or, want to do something like that, I'll visit Corpus Christi, Team Hard Life. If you're fishing at Port Aransas, they're really good. Kind of a little bit out of the way, but Roy's Bait and Tackle is out there on the way. You can get some good fishing setup from them, and also I don't know. Forgot what I was going to say. But yeah. I get a lot of fishing equipment from Walmart. Walmart's starting to up their game. They definitely have some kingfish setups. They have, especially this time of year, I think Pompano's running. They have Pompano rigs at Walmart. They have leader line. They have all kinds of things, Especially if you're there at Walmart, might as well just stop and look to see if they have what it is that you're looking for. And like I say, I'm there at Walmart all the time, and I remember what I was going to say. I will go to Tackle Town in case if Walmart doesn't have what I'm looking for. They have a great lure selection. If you throw nothing but artificial and lures, check out Walmart. And if they don't have what you're looking for, check out our local, tackle shop. You want to check out that place. Sorry, I'm getting a hit and I can't really focus. Tackle Town is what I'm trying to say. If you're throwing lures, artificial, Tackle Town they have a wide variety of lures. They sell line. Even if you buy a reel or bring your reel, you need it spooled, they will spool it up for you. I think it's like 80 cents or something like that a yard. You could call them. You could ask them questions and stuff like that. They do not sell bait though. We do have bait stands that are open at decent hours. You can buy live shrimp, dead shrimp, whatever floats your boat. But I don't recommend buying dead shrimp at a bait stand. Anyways, that's a lot of information, especially if you want to go fishing here. Like I think I said earlier, me and my wife, we went for our honeymoon, we flew out of the state to another state, and we went fishing up north, and I wanted to see what the situation was up there, so I did some YouTube videos, and maybe you'll come across this channel and see what's biting, and but here is definitely all year round. Things are a little bit different. You switch it up a little bit different. Wintertime, you fish more dead shrimp, and you get a lot more fish off of dead shrimp. In the winter, in the springtime or summertime, I always switch to fish bites or a live mullet, something a little bit more lively. Around this year, I think, your fish are a little bit deeper because of the weather change. Something's been hitting this whole time that I've been talking. He just won't take it. It's like a little baby fish. But I'm going to give him a little bit of time, and I'm going to hop off here. There he goes. Like I said earlier, you don't want to just set the hook and get too excited on every little jitter that you feel. You want to let him take it, you want to let him eat it, then you want to start reeling. Mainly first lift up your rod tip and then start reeling. You don't want to reel on him because you'll miss the hit. A lot of fishing guides, they go to our local church here in Fulton community, and a lot of them tell us that it's a lot different, than freshwater and saltwater. They have a lot of experience fishing with people who are wanting to switch over to saltwater, and it's a little bit different. I said I have like 4 shrimp left over. Since I got a new deep freezer, I'm going to freeze my shrimp. For the next time I come out here, I'm going to put it in the ice chest, freeze it, rinse everything off. That's another thing to add if you're fishing saltwater. Absolutely everything that you get out here and it touches the water, whether it's your line, reel, rod, everything, you want to run through some fresh water at a hose. Doesn't matter if it's tap water, probably be even better if it is. Just want to rinse off all that salt. Even your hooks, obviously, your ice chest, you want to rinse off everything, give it a good rinse. Maybe not too overboard with it, but I go overboard on my rods and my reels. I make sure that I get all this thing wet and soaked, and you could spray it down with Corrosion X or whatever. I just do salt water, and I'll store it in inside, temperature controlled. I don't really like to store my stuff in summer long with high heat in a shed, because you do have oils in a rod and reel. That's like the last thing I want to do is get them super hot. Definitely storing them inside and good temperature, anywhere between 75 degrees to 80 degrees, possibly even 90 degrees, something. I think if 90 and past is pushing it in storing fishing equipment. I like to do a lot of offshore fishing at the beach, this and that. I have bigger rods and reels, spent more money on stuff like that. I just don't want to risk it, I have a hit on my other rod. Kind of a little bit of a lift up. I'm going to go ahead and reel in and see and call it a day. Yeah, I don't have any bait on this one. Those little bait fish, whenever the sun comes out, they'll steal your shrimp. You don't want to just fish a shrimp all day long, because you want to check your bait every 10 minutes. Just about every 10-15 minutes you want to check your bait, especially out in the wintertime, December, because you do still have a little bit of bait fish. But if you're fishing dead shrimp out in the summer, they'll take it immediately. A lot of good, helpful information. I wish I would have known stuff like that if I'm traveling. Hopefully I'm helping somebody out. Another cool thing to note if you're fish a lot or all the time. You do occasionally catch old fishing lines. I just caught this guy. 20% of my tackle is things that I've used. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this one away. It looks a little rough. Definitely could reuse that, but it's banged up pretty good and I don't like the fish